visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
What's up, MP?
Objects in motion, stay in motion. As long as they...
And the temperature is rising here already. With the watch party in full swing. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Wednesday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming to town. And then Friday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks. And the starting lineup for Miami, they've got Andrew Wiggins, Mitchell out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Boston, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. MP is out there with Drew Holiday, and it's Porzingis in at the 5. And MP said he wanted to outplay every player in his rookie class. Easy to say, much harder to do.
In terms of rookies, MP is up there in talent, and we've seen flashes of it. I think he's had a good year. I wouldn't call it great quite yet. There's some room for improvement for MP. But honestly, guys, that's all rookies at this point of their careers.
You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Now here's Wiggins in his last outing with 12 points. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Hero. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. And again, no good by Miami.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. MP's got 8.
Yeah, just making the shot look easy. MP certainly has put some work into his shooting motion.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
What a swat by the big man Porzingis. You always have to be careful shooting when he's lurking.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Count it.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Ware. To the middle. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, he brings the heat. Hero giving the people what they came to see.
Shoots. And it's Boston scoring again.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Hero outside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. It's good. 17 points in the game.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
To the inside. Hero powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. For Boston, Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. White comes in for MP. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. He's checked in for Miami. So it's Miami now, trailing by 8. Anderson passes to Hero. Here's Jovic. Now here's Burks from the arc. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. We've got Al Horford. MP is out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Luke Cornette. And it's Hauser in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Yeah, having this kind of confidence as a shooter will really do wonders for MP in the lockout.
Here's Hero. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Pass to Horford. Back to MP. Takes a 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. Closed it in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Hero for 3. Here's Anderson. Gets another look. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Known for his versatility and slow-motion style of play, Anderson remains a vital role player for this team.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
And Hero with the 3. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
From deep, MP. And again, Boston with the triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
here's Mitchell. No made baskets yet. Outside, Anderson. They set the pick. Here's Hero. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
From deep, MP sinks it.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Has to Ware. Boston pulls it in. And guys, they're up to 19 straight now. What a remarkable run.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Hauser. And Miami with a change here too. Wiggins is checked in. Here's Mitchell. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Hero outside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, this team relies on Hero's offensive production. And tonight, he has delivered.
MP finds Brown. A deep 3 from MP. Mitchell grabs a miss. Heat trail by 13. And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat stand. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Boston leading by 15. And here's MP from outside. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
.34 seconds left in the second period. Fires in the triple.
Well, great job by Anderson there, making himself a threat off the ball.
The Celtics have gotten 7 of 12 shots to go here in the second. From deep. And got it! Another basket!
And hats off to him. I mean, he's got the longest 40-point streak in league history.
Unreal. He's been on a scoring binge we've never seen before. Takes the 3. The rebound by Ware. Wiggins looking around. Shoots over Brown. And so it's MP making things happen for the Celtics. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. We'll be right back after this word.
33.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly.
All right, and now time to give some recognition. That does it for halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got Tyler Hero Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Mitchell, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And MP with a basket on the assist from Holiday. MP's got 43 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Hero, no good.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Stan, we've seen a resurgence for Kristaps Porzingis over the last few seasons. What changed?
Well, Brian, he really dug down into the numbers, identifying his best shot profile and really focusing on that. It's helped his efficiency.
And Miami has possession. Following the bucket by Boston. Wiggins, no good.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
He drops it from range.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Right side, Mitchell. Pass to Hero. Clock is at 3. Wiggins from long range. Again, the Heat misses.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Mitchell up top. He's covered by Holiday. It's Wiggins on the wing. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Here they come. It's Celtics Entertainment.
A big group substitution here for Boston.
Substitution on the court.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Mitchell.
2 minutes.
Pass to Adebayo. All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going.
They're good! That's another bucket!
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now 3rd in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, night in, night out.
And he's moved right past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant's 2007 season. What a remarkable accomplishment. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Fires the 3, and again!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. As to where? Wiggins outside. Now Mitchell. He's guarded by White. And here's Hero. Shot to stop the run. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Hero's got 32 points in the game.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. So long, everyone.
MP has been slinging 40s like it's nothing.
Good game, MP.
How'd that go? It was great.
I got $20. Dude?
$5
dividends. That's ice cold. I have no idea. What's up for dinner tonight?
I might take home one of the chicken strips from here.